Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the January 22nd readings in Al-Anon for Courage to Change and a little time for myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I'll take a minute to look this over. The question of the day is, how can I balance my responsibilities with those of others today? And the passage refers to concept 1, which is, quote, the ultimate responsibility and authority for Al-Anon World serves. Oh my, I'm going to start over. The ultimate responsibility and authority for Al-Anon World Services belongs to the Al-Anon groups. So the passage begins by mentioning that this person lets their spouse cook dinner every night. So their spouse works all day, then comes home, then makes dinner. And this person is saying that they never even ask their spouse how they feel about doing that. And their reflection is that they're an equal partner in that maybe they should be doing more. So today's reminder says we will look at ourselves and see if we are taking care of our responsibilities and if we're letting others take care of their responsibilities. And the quote is from the Concepts, Al-Anon's Best Kept Secret. And it says, the best way is to carry our own weight and to let others carry theirs. And it says even and especially the alcoholic. So how do I balance my responsibilities with those of others? I think it's a fine line that is constantly evolving and changing, and it's something that I have to be aware of. I've lived with my partner now for a year and a half, and I used to do everything on my own when I lived by myself, and now definitely I do a lot less, but I think I do my share, but I definitely do a lot less because the responsibilities are shared between 2 people. So like things that need to be fixed, taking out the trash, shoveling, cutting the grass. I used to do all that stuff or arrange for all those things to be done. And now my partner just does all that. I do the majority of the cleaning. I do the cooking. I do the food shopping, the majority of the food shopping. So I think that there is no right or wrong. I think it's whatever works between any partnership or group of people sharing a household together. But and I guess that there's a lot more to it because now I'm thinking, okay, well, what about where I volunteer? Where I volunteer, the responsibilities change. For the last few weeks, we've had at least two people out sick, so everybody's had to do a little bit more, and we did. Like we did what needed to be done. I just think that communication is important, and maybe relying on my higher power for confidence and assuredness that I'm doing the right thing because I tend to doubt myself a lot. So I think that's I think that that's what's on my mind about this, about balancing my responsibilities with those of others. Like I never want to do too much and I never want to do too little. I always want to find that sweet spot. Like I'm sure well, I can't speak for everybody, but it seems like that's the most, I don't want to say fair because it all depends on who needs what. But depending on the situation, I always want to find that balance. All right, we're moving on. I'm going to take a minute to look at this. Yeah, this reading always sticks in my head. This reading is about a person who's learning detachment, and their spouse kept falling out of bed in the middle of the night, and when they were uh, drunk, and this person would always help their spouse into bed, but then they came to Al-Anon and just let their spouse lay on the floor and thought that that was detachment. And what they found out was that they were missing the detachment with love piece. So now this person doesn't just leave their spouse on the floor. They put a nice comfortable blanket over their spouse. And to that person, that is detachment with love. So still not helping the spouse back into bed, but covering them so they're not cold. The difference between detachment and detachment with love for this person in this situation. Today's reminder says we will use our higher power's help to detach with love because we are dealing with another human being, which means we are dealing with a child of God. The quote is from Al-Anon Family Treatment Tool in Alcoholism. And it's saying the difference between detachment and isolation. We don't want to enable sick behavior. Detachment is a bridge rather than a wall that helps us approach life and relationships in a new and healthier way. And for me, detachment is near impossible. Detachment with love is something that I can do business with again and again and again and again. Detachment with love, I'm all about. But I can't just detach. I need to do it in a loving way that I can feel good about. And so that's where I put my focus. And I'm very fortunate where the reason why I came to Al-Anon, my loved one, my son, is recovered much better, much better. Our relationship is great. So I'm not dealing with that same situation where I originally desperately needed to learn detachment with love. But I continue to apply the concept of detaching with love to all kinds of situations. And for example, I live in New England, and my dad and my stepmom live in Florida this time of year. And right now, my stepmom, who has dementia, is not feeling well. She's got one of the plethora of viruses that's going around. And she's been to the doctor. It's not COVID, it's not RSV, it's not flu A, it's not flu B, it's something else. She's coughing, her voice is very raspy. And so I'm a good 1,500 miles away. And I talked to them both yesterday, and they're managing okay. But when someone doesn't feel well, it's an upheaval. I think even if we're calm and even if we're serene, it's a challenge when someone doesn't feel well. And I wish I could do more, but I know I can't. All I can do is love them and keep in touch, not too much, not too little, try to find that right amount, and just let time go by, let her heal. And that's all there is to it. Pray to my higher power. It's not just that situation. I could probably name 10 different things where I detach with love, probably every day. A lot of it has to do with news that I see or hear about, something that I hear about, something that I see that initially shocks or bothers me or saddens me, and I have to just detach with love. Pray on it, ask my higher power for help, and then just give myself grace and try to move on. That's it. That's it. How simple. Sounds simple. We'll close out with the serenity prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you so much love. I'm about to go to my Al-Anon meeting now. I'm really looking forward to it. Sending you love. Take care.